You got your main
Hey,
man.
Bazooka, can you turn that phone sideways so we can get the? I want the world to see the whole view of you, man, because they don't know that you are
Look at that.
the first Mexican Puerto Rican heavyweight, man. And I'm just so excited I was able to call your fight and get to meet you and have you on the show, man, because I'm honestly shocked that the world doesn't know who you are, man. You are a diamond in a cave somewhere that we have discovered, man. But I know we've gone through some of these questions that I'm going to ask you already, but I need you to do that to introduce yourself to the audience, man. Just tell everybody, I guess, your name and your background.
Yeah, my name is Amisael El Bazooka Jimenez. Yeah, I got a simple story. Just, a kid trying to make it out of the streets, doing bad stuff, and boxing, I guess, was the answer for me to change my lifestyle and move forward and, make something of myself and make something my family and my culture could be proud of.
And how long have you been boxing? When did you first put on the gloves?
I've been boxing for about 12 years now, since I was 10.
So who introduced you to the sport? What's the reason you picked up those gloves?
I was maybe 10 years old. I remember in school, I used to get in a lot of fights because a lot of kids would bully me because I was a bigger kid. And my dad one day, he was like, well, you want to fight? Well, let's take you to the ring and see. And I think he expected me to get beat up the first day I took me to the gym. But I dropped both the kids, and he's like, well, I guess you got a talent for it, so we're going to keep bringing you to the gym. And it's been a wrap since, just nonstop.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
So at 10 years old, how much did you weigh? Because you said you were being teased. Were they teasing you because you were heavy set?
Yeah, sir. I was like 165 pounds.
Whoa.
At 10 years old.
Dude, you wouldn't believe me. I was, you seen how big I am. At 17, yeah. I used to be 160, dog. So I can't even imagine you being 160 at 10. Lord. Yeah. So you picked up the sport, and your dad is your trainer, right?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
Celio Jimenez.
Celio Jimenez. And yes, he was born in?
He was born in Arecibo, Puerto Rico, in Sabana Hoyo.
Okay, so your dad is the Puerto Rican side.
Yeah.
And your mother is from?
She's from Michoacán, Mexico, from Nueva Italia.
Oh, wow, Michoacán. Yeah, man, nice. Yo, this is so crazy. Ever since I've met you, let me tell you, I haven't stopped talking about you. I go live every day. So Sunday, I talked about you. Monday, I talked about. Today's Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. So Tuesday, I talked about you. I've never seen this. I don't even know if you know. Do you know any other fighter that's Mexican and Puerto Rican? I don't know any other weight class. I don't know any. You're the first that I know of.
Yeah, that I know of, it's either Mexican or Puerto Rican. So it's a little weird kind of combine both of them, but
this is insane.
I got to put you on the spot, man. When a Mexican and Puerto Rican are fighting, who you rooting for?
That's the tough part. Right? Kind of like, that's why I'm just looking by who the fighter is, not by,
Yeah.
So you're from. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, B.
I'm sorry, Ness. So who are some of the guys that you look up to now?
Right now, I have a lot of fighters. I like Tony Yoka, the Olympian. I think he's a really big up and comer that people have been sleeping on. And then obviously like the AJ Wilder, all those guys. They're big staples in the heavyweight division right now, and those are people you got to look up to and just admire, like hearing their story, because everybody has a struggle, and you got to find that motivation to get through it, and get to something better. And I feel like those guys have that story.
Stupendous.
Go ahead. I don't want to jump over you. If you got something.
No, good.
No, I was gonna jump in. Yeah, man. Look, the performance that we saw you in, man. Even when I first got to meet you, Amisael, am I saying it right? because I don't want to mess it up.
Amisael.
All right. So for everyone out there, don't mess it up, man. Amisael. All right. When I first met you, man, I was impressed. You know what I mean? Your posture, your build, you reminded me of a Tyson-esque build. You know, and you showed it in the fight. I mean, you know, I know that you were an amateur since you were 10 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
And you just transitioned into the pros, right?
3-0, 3 KOs.
Yeah, just about 3 months ago, actually.
Damn, so 1 fight per month.
Literally, yeah, that's what we're going for.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and so how is it now in the pros with 3 fights in? How do you feel? Do you feel like now you're becoming more of a hunter and attacking a lot more than you would in the amateurs? What's your mental posture now when you're going into the ring with these guys as a pro?
I feel like it's sure different, but I feel like it's a matter of just being patient, you know, and learning to set that base, because obviously in amateurs it's only 3 rounds, so it's like once you transition to those 4 rounds, you're like kind of, okay, well, I gotta take my time now a little bit more and set my pace. Not like amateurs just go since the first round, and you gotta make sure you make your statement in those 3 rounds. So I guess when you jump to the professionals, it's like, okay, now I'm fighting 12 rounds in, let's say, hopefully, you know, God willing, a year and a half, we in those 12 rounds. So that's why you gotta, since now, learn to last the distance and pace yourself. That way, when you get to those 12 rounds, it's not something you haven't seen, or it's not something that you're not used to.
When you talk about pacing yourself, do you think that you will change from fighting every month? Is that going to slow down? Or when you say next year and a half, you'll be fighting 12 rounders, are you seeing yourself fighting for the next year and a half every single month?
Well, I know as I go, the fighters are going to get tougher and the competition is going to be at a higher level. So I know it'll start slowing down once we get that peak at the top, you know. But up to now, you know, these next, I say, half a year or so, I'm just gonna keep trying to fight every month, and we gotta go, and we wanna, you know, get that belt as soon as possible. You know, I know I got what it takes. It's just a matter of implementing all the tools and everything.
I need to ask, do you have any headphones around there? iPhone headphones, any type of headphones?
No, she got some headphones.
You the man, champ. See, because when we talk, you can hear it, but it's coming right back through your mic, killing us.
Okay. Yeah, let me go. Let me see. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna see if she got something.
Well, for those that don't know, we are joined by Amisael Jimenez, and that is his lovely mother. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está?
Hola, Miss Jimenez.
I wonder, does she know that we can see her?
Yo, and who's my main man who just joined us on the right side, man?
Is this oh my God,
That's Divine Sense. That's Divine Sense, bro. That's an old schooler. You got to remember that dude.
Yeah, no, I do. The name was escaping me.
I'm playing.
But Divine, we're actually in the middle of an interview, but feel free to join in once he comes back. He's getting some headphones so we don't hear this little feedback. How are you, though?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just enjoying the show.
Thank you for joining us, man. So let everybody know where they can find you at, because I'm sure once we get to talking, they're going to ask.
Yeah, like Joseph said, man, I've been around for a long time. I think I came on here probably around 2009, one of the original OGs. And I was active for about 5 or 6 years, and I took a long-needed break after all of the turmoil that I was going through on my channel with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. I was traveling a lot, and I just came back like last month. So, yeah, I've been around for about a month, and I just climbed over 1,000 subscribers and making some noise already. So it's good to be back.
That's
You
nice.
still live in Thailand? You still living in Thailand, bro?
That's my home base. Yeah, I'm usually traveling around from Thailand to other places, but yeah.
Okay.
Wow, man.
All right, all right, all right.
That must be interesting.
Crazy time zone difference, man.
So while we're waiting for our guests, left us with the feedback. What do you think about this fight with Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk on September 25th?
To be honest with you, I think it's a pretty tough fight for Joshua, man. But I think this fight really comes down to experience. I think for what it is, for face value, I feel like it's going to be a pretty entertaining fight. I think something that stands out right off the bat is the fact that he's a southpaw, and that's always a bit interesting. And also the fact that I feel like he's got very, very good stamina for a big guy. I mean, he's a cruiserweight going into heavyweight, and sometimes stamina means a lot when you jump up in those big boys.
Definitely. Let me interrupt you, man. We got our guest back, Mr. Jimenez, the big heavyweight out of Tennessee, man. So obviously, Keller Plant is from your hometown or area, home state, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an opportunity to meet him, work alongside him, get any good advice from him?
So back in the day, I say like 5 years ago, I was actually a light heavyweight. I was fighting at 175 pounds, and we were supposed to spar, but it never fell through because he moved to Vegas.
Nice. Yeah. And then he becomes world champion.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. You next up, man. I believe that you're next up, man. You got a very interesting combination. That is marketable. Your aggressive nature. Are you orthodox or southpaw? Because I seen you switch.
Orthodox.
But you switched in the fight.
Orthodox, but I switch.
Okay. Terrence Crawford, when he switches, right? Like it's kind of showing that when he goes to southpaw, it's killer mode. How is it for you? Are you, when you switch to southpaw, is it because you're about to finish someone, or do you think it's just the openings?
I use it more as a tactic. Like if I'm inside and I'll switch left-handed, try and confuse him a little bit, work on the body. That way he sees a different angle that he hasn't seen before. Every round I like to do something kind of a little bit different, or either pace it up higher, slow down, or change to left-handed.
Yeah, give him different looks, keep him confused.
Exactly. It's a mind game with him, at the end of the day.
So 5 years ago, you were a light heavyweight, you're saying?
Yes, sir. I was going to go pro light heavyweight 5 years ago.
So did you just gain weight? Did your body just say, look, we're supposed to be a heavyweight? Why the change from light heavyweight to heavyweight? That's a lot of pounds.
So about a week before my pro debut, I ruptured my Achilles tendon in a sparring session completely. Like it snapped, and then I had to get surgery, and then it took me like 6 months of it was a bad time, honestly, and it took 2 months of me just laying down, not being able to walk, not being able to do nothing, and then at that time I was like, man, I gotta get up, I gotta start doing stuff, and by that time I was already 270 pounds, 280 pounds,
Lord,
and I didn't gain.
You gained 100 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Was it depression because of your injury? Was it just because you couldn't work out anymore and you were used to maintaining the weight? Like that seems like a lot, I'm just wondering.
It was a little bit of everything, not being able to walk. I was 18 years old, not being able to walk, not being able to do nothing. Boxing, I was like literally just about to hit my pro debut. I was ready, looking forward for it, on weight, everything ready to go, and it was just a setback for me, honestly. And it took a lot out of me, but in those 6 months, I fully recovered from my surgery, came back and won like 4 national titles in the heavyweight division. So, I mean, I pushed forward through it and try and get back what I was going for.
So what do you think, though? You think maybe 10 fights from now you'll be a cruiserweight, or are you looking to stay at heavyweight and just turn your body into a heavyweight fighter?
I think heavyweight is my division. I just have to maybe cut a couple more pounds and get my body exactly right where I want to, which we're working on right now. And I think I should be a heavyweight. 230, 240 is what we're aiming for right now. So,
what was your height again?
I'm 6'3", 6'2".
Yeah, he's the same, almost the same height, if not the same as Andy. So,
yeah,
no,
there's plenty of small heavyweights, or 6'2", 6'3". You got Brian Jennings, Rivas, Dillian White is 6'4". There's plenty of dudes his size. I was just wondering, since he was a light heavyweight 5 years ago, you start working and you're consistently back in the gym, that weight starts to fall off and maybe your decisions change. But the heavyweight division is a better division, a more lucrative division, a faster route at being a world champion, in my opinion. But does that scare you at all? Like 5 years ago, you was a light heavyweight. Like, these dudes are big, man. I mean, Wilder's big. Junior Five, big. These dudes are big.
At first, I mean, my first time when I came back, and that was my first fight, I was nervous. I was like, man, like, I just jumped 2 divisions, and I'm like here ready to fight, and then like, okay, I guess I gotta put in the work. And once I got under, I just felt comfortable. I don't panic under pressure. I like pressure because it pushes me to that next level. So once I got in there, I'm not really whoever. It's me, and basically me versus him, and that's it. Don't matter weight class or nothing.
So, give me some of the names of the heavyweights you've been sparring with, because that's a huge transition as well. When you're sparring with like light heavyweights and probably cruiserweights to start sparring with heavyweights, it's a huge transition.
Yeah, I've been sparring Tony Yoka, for example. He's one of the guys I've been in camp with. Did you do that in
Tennessee? You did that in Tennessee, or you went to Virgil's gym?
Virgil's. I went to Virgil's, so I was out there.
We got to stop right there. Hold on. You can't tell me that you're around Virgil Hunter, man. Did he whisper anything in your ear? Did he tell you he likes the way you fight? You gotta let your hands go, son. You gotta.
Yeah, he's a big fan. He gave me a whole bunch of proteins and this and that, and he's like, man, yeah, you just keep moving forward and you're gonna be great. Just keep working. So it was real.
Wow. So he said that. He said he thinks you'll be great.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. I know Virgil very well. He's a very nice person, man. I actually was at the Tank Barrios fight, and I seen him there, obviously, and did a post-fight interview with him. That's amazing. So Tony Yoka, that's a tall man. I think we were just talking about him today. Isn't he like 6'9"?
I think so, somewhere around there.
So how was it? How was it trying to reach a taller man like that, especially skilled? He uses his range a little bit well.
Surprisingly, it was comfortable. I mean, I didn't really have any problems with it. It was really just a matter of getting the distance first. But once I got my distance, like I'm naturally a boxer. I'm not really a pressure fighter, but if I have to do pressure, I can because, since I was little, that's what I was taught. So, but with him, it was more of a boxing thing. I never really tried to go inside on him just because he has his key punch is an uppercut. That uppercut is crucial on him. So I try to stay more on the outside box, use my movement, and I did pretty good with him. So,
damn. So you boxed with a taller, longer man. That's impressive.
Yeah. Gotta do the opposite sometimes. People expect a shorter dude to come in and just brawl with somebody. When you box them, it gives them it changes their mentality. They don't know what to do.
Do you have a strength? Hey guys, don't let me hog. I could talk for hours. But do you have a strength and conditioning coach? Because I know you said to me that those traps are natural, but I just wonder if you could get a strength and conditioning coach to kind of, maximize, because they can turn you into a machine, bro. You can look the part as well as be the part. You look like genetically you have a good structure once you lean out. I mean, like I said, dude's traps are insane. I'm sure you're intimidating people at weigh-ins with those traps.
Yeah, we've been. That's what we're working on right now. We're trying to get my team together, and make a strong, solid team that we could work with and trust, because right now it's hard to find certain people that want to work and keep that momentum going, if it makes sense, and just keep going forward throughout the career. People just want to come for a couple fights and then head somewhere else, or So we want somebody that we could treat like family and continue throughout the whole career. That's my goal. I want somebody I could carry on with.
But for sure, I like that. So you're back next month, August, right? Is it the 7th or the 21st?
I think it's the 21st. So we haven't gotten an opponent for that one for sure yet. That's kind of what we're still looking for right now, because it's hard to find fights.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of fights, not that I want you to fight him, but people already saying it in the chat because they watched the fight with yourself, and they also watch Mac Truck. Do you see that as a fight for the future, or you don't think you guys will both be on the same level at the same time?
I mean, everything's a possibility. In boxing, it's what the people want, and maybe down the line that's a fight that will happen. But until now, I'm trying to build my base first, and then move on to the more difficult things. He was me and him. Actually, before all this happened, I fought at the Olympic trials. He was there too, and then we didn't get to fight. But that was a possibility too. So it's been happening for a while.
I hear you might spar him. You might not know, but obviously I spoke to Mustafa, who was there, and when I told him, like, yo, did you see Jimenez? He's like, yeah, I know that kid from the amateurs. And he asked where you were from, and they said that they would drive. I think they're only like 3 hours away from you. Is it only a 3-hour drive from Atlanta?
No, it's about 4.5.
Okay. Yeah, they said that they would drive to get that work. He said, yeah, man, we got to get that work with him. We got to put him in there young. So that's probably somebody you can use and at least get familiar with. And, that'll be a great headline. The two of you sparring, that would be a great headline. So you're at the fairgrounds, though. That's what the promoter was announcing, right? And that's in Tennessee?
Yeah, the Tennessee Fairgrounds, September 17th, I believe.
You fought there before, correct?
No, I watched a lot of people fight there, but I've never got to fight there.
And are you being considered as the main event for this one, or are you just on the card? Do you know?
I'm not sure exactly yet. I don't think they've worked everything out 100%, but I know I'm on the card for sure. Okay.
That's great. So how are you handling, man, your pro success, having to take pictures and do interviews? Do you like it? Is it frustrating? Talk to me.
I'm happy about it, I see it as another day, I'm always down to take a picture with anybody. Even I could be nobody and I still be down to take a picture with somebody. It's just, I don't know. It's regular. I see it as another day. I don't see myself as anybody too special, you know what I mean?
Nah, you're special, champ. Believe me. Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll realize it. We got Mr. Adore. I don't know where he's from, but he says, outside of Fury, Joshua, and Wilder, what other top 10 heavyweights do you feel you match up well against? Wow, they're already trying to throw you against the top, man.
Yeah, I mean, other than those, I mean, we'll be ready for anybody. That's our goal. Whoever they throw at us, we gotta work hard and just full steam ahead. You know what I mean? If we want to be a world champion, there's no pick of who we could fight or this or that. It's whoever comes our way, and we just gotta put that work in and be ready for whoever.
Beautiful answer. Ruin a 504 in New Orleans. He says, what are your plans for the rest of 2021?
We want to get at least 3 or 4 more fights in. We want to end this year with 4 rounds, and then starting next year going to the 6 rounds.
All right. So 4 more fights, putting you at 7-0.
We want to get to 5-0.
Okay.
That's our goal. 5-0, 6-0, and then transition into 6 rounds.
Okay.
And then mid next year transition into 8, and then by then
that's right. Take those necessary steps. No skipping. We got Cisco Promotions. If you could fight anyone in the heavyweight division from this era or the past era, who would it be and why?
Let's see. I mean, I'd honestly like an Andy Reese fight, I'd say. I think that'd be a pretty good fight.
Nice.
He's a quick fighter.
He got fast hands, man.
Yeah, but I think I'm faster than him. I have a feeling
Whoa.
I'm faster than him.
Okay. I like the confidence. He says, in addition, name one heavyweight you wouldn't fight and why. And why. He put any why, but he meant and why. So somebody you wouldn't
only
fight.
heavyweight I wouldn't fight. Only one is Sonny Canton because that's my brother-in-law. I can't fight my brother-in-law. You know what I mean? All the other ones I'm down with.
Yo, I was just saying how I was talking about you yesterday, saying like, yo, they're probably gonna offer y'all big money to fight each other because of that.
Yeah, but you know, we'll see. I mean, if the money right,
right, you might have to put hands on them. Like I told you, don't be touching my sister.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened?
It's all love at the end of the day, you know. We know this is a business, and you know, he's there with my nephew, so I can't really, you know, as long as he takes care of my nephew, I can't really say anything. So at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens.
That's taking care of the nephew. What's the famous heavyweight that said, you know, if you my friend, give me the fight, you know what I mean? Because that's how we make money. But moving on, we got.
I got this one.
Oh.
This was from James Payne Lethal. Says, le deseo mucho éxito. Es un placer verte crecer. Said, I wish you much success. It's been a pleasure seeing your growth. I truly have the best seat in the house to your fights. Stay strong and fight hard, champ. James Payne Lethal.
Man, thank you. I really appreciate it. Those are the type of things that, you know, that make you feel good and make you work harder for the next fight.
For sure, champ. Keep
I
it
think
moving,
that
bro.
was
Coach Myers is next from Connecticut. He says, I see you fought Edgar Berlanga in the amateurs. What weight was that at, and what do you remember about that fight?
I think it was like 165 pounds, I believe, or 54. I think it was 54. I remember that fight. It was a split. I lost by split on that one. And I only had 10. I barely transitioned into open. So I had 11 fights. He had like 50 something or something like that. And even at that time, he was like kind of like his name was already out there. So that was kind of like, man, I'm already they throwing me to the wolves young. I'm like, man. But you know, I went in there, did what I had to do, and I lost by split. But it was a good learning curve, you know.
But he ain't drop you, right?
Nah.
That Edgar Berlanga power ain't show up versus you.
Nah, I can stand my ground, that's for sure.
Now, how did that make you feel now? Fast forward, he's a pro, he's on Top Rank, it's all this hype around him being this knockout puncher. Did something go through your mind? Did you feel something in your body like, yo, I could do this, I'm gonna be there too?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of these people, like for example, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, all these people, I grew up with them in nationals, so I seen them all around. It's not like, you know, they just surfaced out of nowhere. I've seen them, like the process they went through, and I see myself going. I went through that process too. So in my head, I'm like, you know, I know if it's a matter of patience and just doing everything at key, and then one day my chance will come too. You know.
I'm so glad you brought up Devin, man, because you know, I know right now, you know, you're this undiscovered diamond, but Devin Haney said he wants to sign you right away. He's yelling out, yo, I want to sign that kid. He goes to the back to congratulate you, man. How was that? Obviously, you said you know him from the nationals and the amateurs, but he's transitioned. Like, dude's a full-time champion. He's a full-time promoter. He's balling right now. So how was that, like, him being at your fight, watching you knock somebody out, and then taking the time to go to the back to like talk to you, and then not only that, but verbalizing to the public that he wants to sign you?
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. That's all the, you know, what I've been working for, you know, just to get noticed, because it's hard, you know. I've been slept on for a while, that's for sure. So it feels good to finally get a little bit of recognition and get somebody to actually see that I have that potential. So it feels really good, and it feels like, you know, my time is starting to come now for sure, and we're getting ready for big things.
I gotta ask, man, because you beat one of my boys, and Coach Meyer put that in his chat. He said you beat Jeremiah Milton in the amateurs, man. What's up with that? He's pretty tall. How'd you do that one?
we're actually so that was when we went to the Olympic trials. I won the whole thing all the way into the finals in Salt Lake City. So, but after that, actually, he came to come train with us because after that happened, I went to Team Puerto Rico and I fought for the Puerto Rican Olympics. And then Jeremiah stayed in USA and he wanted to fight for Team USA. So we were working together at the same gym. My trainer was training him, training me, and we were just sparring and getting together. So we were there for like a good month and a half, and we became good friends out there. So it's crazy how we went from fighting each other to being friends at the end.
And he transitioned to Vegas, right? So do you still get to see him or no?
Oh, we talk on the phone sometimes, and hopefully one day we'll be out there sparring in Vegas with him.
Nice. So do you do that often? You travel for sparring? Or does it usually come to your home gym?
Most of the time we have to travel. That's because it's hard to find heavyweights like at that level. But
so your man Radell, Super Maze, he ain't trying to spar with you. Oh, is he from out there?
Yeah, he's from out here. He's from Murfreesboro. But it's just our schedules never line up because I work all day. So.
Oh, really? You're not a full-time fighter? What do you do?
Me and my pops own a construction company.
Oh, wow. I did see your father. I seen he does bathrooms and stuff like that. I actually seen some of that on his Facebook. I didn't know that you worked, though.
Yeah, I'm a craft of all trades. I do a little bit of everything.
Wow. So you putting in 8 hours.
Yeah, well, more than 8.
Shit. We gotta get. Come on,
6,
anybody listening? My man needs sponsors, man. He can't be the heavyweight of the fucking world and working. He got to be working in the gym. He need 2 sessions a day. Get these sponsors. You want to be on his trunks? What's the phone number to get on your trunks? So I'm sure you selling advertisement on your trunks and your jackets these days, no?
Yeah, it's 615-397-1521.
Let's go, man. Listen. And Eddie, if you're listening, this is a perfect addition to Canelo's new Mexico Dazn right here. You know what I'm saying? Get this guy on a few cards. Heavyweights popping. Listen, we got a few more questions here from What Rep It says, Campeón, ¿cómo está? At what age do you see yourself winning that WBC World Championship title?
I think in the next 4 to 5 years. That's beautiful. In between there, I think that's what we're going for.
We got Victor Banuelos that says, do you believe Earl Spence Jr. has the ability to retire Manny Pacquiao?
I think he does. I mean, he's a very good fighter. Manny Pacquiao, I think, is at that age where he's just trying to make his last couple dollars and head out.
Bet. I think that's the last one. El Bazooka. Let them know where they can find you on Instagram, Facebook, and all these forms of social media, man, and how they can find about your next fight, ticket situation, all that.
Yeah, all my social media is El Bazooka Jimenez. That's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of them. El Bazooka Jimenez.
Yo, so I was asking, and yesterday I think Maestro was Cuban. So I was asking, why'd you choose El? Because it's not like you be like if I'm
Mexico, right?
If I'm in the room with you, you're not gonna be like, yo, Ness, pásame el bazooka, right? Like I'm gonna be like, pásame la bazooka. But I'm Dominican, so I guess my idioms are different, right?
Yeah. So in Mexico, they'll use El as him instead of it. So it's like it's a little bit different, it's
if you got it's like the nicknames are like that. Empieza con él, el Cholo, el Bazooka, el Chapo. It's a L, bro. That's how it is.
That's interesting.
That is interesting because I'm like, yo, La sounds smoother. Pásame la bazooka. Pásame la bazooka.
That's the
Dominican.
Yeah.
That's the Caribbean. The
Caribbean side.
I had to add a little bit of both.
Nah, you're right. I love that you're both, bro. I cannot wait. Listen, I'm going to use my platform the best I can to let the world know about you, man. And we're going to do all that we could to give you the push, man. I've never seen anything like you. and I'm not talking just skills, you know, just the marketability side. Like you have that, you're ahead of the game because you got both worlds right now. All you got to do is keep fighting. The fact that you speak English and Spanish, that you're Puerto Rican and Mexican, bro, you just got to keep winning. Like you literally just got to keep winning, man. I'm sure you don't know the story of Christopher Lovejoy, but if you look it up, you'll know what I mean by just keep winning. Just keep winning, bro. You'll be in a title shot in no time. And we're going to be right here supporting you and letting everybody know where you could buy it, get those tickets and follow you, man. So thank you for coming on the show. And we look forward to getting you back on. The minute you can make an announcement for your September 17th fight, we'll get you back on so you can announce it and the opponent and how to get those tickets, man. Thank you again. Say hello to your father. And, yeah, man, just catch you on the next one.
All right, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Right.
Gracias a todos que están viendo ahí y al pendiente de mi carrera, que nosotros vamos para encima y eso es un proceso que va a ser muy bonito.
All right, thank you. There he is,
champ.
English and Spanish.
Woo!
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Thank you, brother. Take it easy. Yo, so I like this kid, man.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.